President Nana Akufo-Addo launches the SD Dombo project. Now, the president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo on Thursday described Ghanaian political great Chief Simon. It's Chief Simon, right? Yeah, Chief Simon Dombo. I beg your pardon with the pronunciation of the names. Chief Simon Dombo, I think I got it right, as the unsung hero of the three founders of the Dankwa Dombo Busia political tradition, whose principled life ought to be emulated by the current generation of leaders. Dombo's brand of leadership, which was characterized by integrity, selflessness, courage, and principled loyalty, the president said, should guide the social, political doings and discuss in the country's body politics in furtherance of the democratic gains made by Ghana. The president said this when he launched in Accra the Chief S D Dombo Foundation for Development and Leadership Studies. This is a very good initiative, especially seeing to the fact that things get done and are done properly. The president said no monument could compensate for the sacrifices S D Dombo made to ensure the sustenance of the country's independence, multi-party democracy, and survival of the UP political tradition. President Nana Akufo-Addo, however, said it is fitting and appropriate that the new University of Business Integrated Development Studies in Wa, in the Upper West region, be named after him for the pioneering role he played in the independence struggle, development of the Northern Territories, and sustenance of the country's multi-party democracy. The launching and unveiling of the legacy of Chief S D Dombo attracted high-profile personalities, including Vice President Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia and his wife, Samira, the beautiful Samira. Speaker of Parliament, Professor Aaron Mike Okwe, the former President, John Ajay Kufuor, members of the Council of State, Council of Elders of the NPP, and National Executive of the New Patriotic Party. President Akufo-Addo pledged his commitment to do whatever was legitimate to promote the Dankwa Dombo Busia political tradition, saying, "It is incumbent on our generation to work hard in realizing the dreams and aspirations of free and prosperous Ghana." He said Chief Dombo was firm in his beliefs and convictions and never compromised his principles for good governance and democracy, and also resisted all juicy promises by his political opponents to thwart his political ideas. For instance, Chief Dombo resisted Nkrumah's one-party state agenda and Preventive Detention Act, and survived the tempestuous waters of Ghanaian politics, persecutions, and harassment, the president said. Chief S D Dombo was born on March 3rd, the 19th of 23, in Duori, a village in the Upper West region, and died on March 18th, 1998. He was executed as chief of Duori on April 17th, 1949, and played a pioneering role in the Gold Coast Legislative Council. Also, his life was such a beautifully characterized life, so much so that you could see selflessness and humility and never sought for his own personal agenda. The president made it known that at the time, the Preventive Detention Act caused several political parties to either go into exile or to cross carpet to the CPP. Chief Dombo stood firm at a very dire personal cost to his freedom and quality of life. Despite threats to his life, Dombo led the opposition to President Nkrumah, like J.B. Dankwa and other victims of the PDA, under which opponents of the Nkrumah administration were incarcerated without trial. Chief Dombo was twice imprisoned and detained at the condemned cells at Nsanwan Medium Security Prison, and gained his freedom in the February 24, 1966 coup d'etat that overthrew the government of President Nkrumah. And for those of you who know your history, you know what we are talking about. Chief Dombo was later elected a member of parliament for the then Lambuzi Jirapa constituency in the Upper West region, having won the seat of the ticket of the Progress Party, led by Dr. K. Busia. He was later appointed the Minister of the Interior and later Minister of Health by Prime Minister K. Busia during the Second Republic, and in 2009, the second highest body of the NPP, the National Council, deliberated and passed a resolution that formally recognized the enormous contribution of various past leaders to the sustenance of United Party, political tradition, and its offshoot parties like the New Patriotic Party. Thank you for listening and watching. The President launches the S D Dombo project, and this foundation is going to go a long way, not only to help build new projects, but to remember our history and our culture. Have a nice day.